Capricorn, this is your reading for the month of July. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. You have the Nine of Swords. You have the Star. Followed by the King of Wands. Sun. The Ace of Cups. And the Four of Wands. The Nine of Wands says that your pet hobby is worrying, and you need to try and harness all your worries. What I say to many of my clients is to get a little notebook, and when you wake up in the middle of the night, write down all your worries, write down your problems, and then write next to each problem, can I do anything about it? And if you can, then write the solution, and if you can't, move on to the next problem. Because why worry about something? Because by the time we get to the problem, we're usually pretty exhausted because we've worried for a very long time. Always understand what your problems and issues are, and then you're able to move forwards and get on with life. If we stay in the state of worry, then that's not very good for our mind because we then become anxious. Work out exactly what those problems are and do something about them. Because whatever you are worrying about, the Star card here says there is hope on the horizon. However, in the picture we have the stones falling backwards, and it means you need to learn to let certain issues go in life and not be so dogged and determined on them. And that's a part of Capricorn because you have goat's horns and you like to lock horns in certain situations and you become wonderfully negatively stubborn. And I'm all for wonderfully positively stubborn. So turn everything around and see where you can change your thought processes within a situation and allow how you've been looking at situations to change and allow old ideas and old concepts to fall away. After all, if you always think in a certain way, then don't be too surprised if you get a certain outcome because it will be the same all the time. Therefore, think differently. The King of Wands here is very much saying, now come on. You know exactly what you want to do. You have a good mind and you have a good creative talent. So put those into place. And very much here, he is seated. And yes, kings like to be seated. But this is a time now not to be seated. This is a time to get off the throne and start doing all the things that you want to do. There's no point procrastinating about anything because the previous cards are already showing me that you've locked horns with the situation and you're being inflexible about what you need to do. But only you have the answer because, like I've already said, if you always think in a certain way, you're always going to get the same answer. So, very much embrace a new way of thinking and embrace a new way of doing, and you will get a far better outcome. You've just got to allow yourself to want it and do it. The King of Wands here very much says you can succeed on anything that you put your mind to, so do so. Because the Sun comes along and says, that secret project that you've been wanting to do, guess what? It's going to have great results. So whatever this subject is that I'm talking about, and wherever it falls in your life, once you stop procrastinating and once you start doing things and thinking things and seeing things in a completely different light, i.e. in a positive way, the sun is going to shine over everything that you do. So you will have a wonderful, positive outcome. Now, next comes the Ace of Cups. And the universe wants to give to you. Other people in your life want to give things to you. And usually when we're not in a position to receive and we don't allow ourselves to receive, we can feel very overwhelmed by what's coming towards us. I'm telling you now, this is a time for you to learn to receive and learn to be the smart monkey. And if anybody is daft enough to give you lovely things in your life, be smart enough to take it and run like crazy in the opposite direction, going, this is mine. Because this is your time to allow everything to be the way it should be for you. So very much ditching the procrastination and allowing all good things to come towards you, because the universe and everybody in it wants to love you. Your cuddly Dudley the penguin, they want to come and give you some loving. Let it happen. Because at the end of the day, You can allow yourself to have some joy and celebration around you. And this is a wonderful card. It typically donates marriage, but as I'm not being specific in what I'm saying and I'm being very general in this situation, the marriage in the metaphor can be something that is going to turn out nicely and is going to have a nice ending to it, because after all, we all love a fairy tale and a happy ending. And Capricorn, this is your happy ending in its politest form. You are going to get all the good things that you have been wanting. So take your head out of the sand and allow it all to come to you.